Mrs. Oseh's already done this field. She's doing this pair, and then she's got that one to do, and then the contract field number 4. So we've got a little bit of time. Where's the way out? And there she is with the oversized mower. I think the 2 metre wide mower would look better on that tractor than the 4 metre wide one. But, we got the 4 metre wide one, so we'll stick with it. 2 metre wide one was what did they call it? A mod, which is horribly narrow, but not such a big deal when you have tiny tractors like these. I am 53 at the moment. Okay. Which is why I don't play first-person shooters. The closest I get is World of Warships, where you can still play it reasonably well as an person. I got too old for World of Tanks. Because that requires far more reaction time, or far better reaction time. My family's quite unusual. My grandmother will turn 93 this year. My parents will turn 73 this year. My grandmother was born in the same year as the Queen of England. There we go. Can just barely outturn this thing. Of course, it does help if I turn it on when I multiply something and lower it. There we go. Okay. We'll turn before that tree, and we make it easy. Well, big tractors are awesome. These small tractors are very handy for getting around tight fields like what's on this map. Fair, when it comes to upgrading these tractors, I may just get one of them replaced with a Valtra N and leave it at that. The N would be a little bit more flexible with the front attach. That can take a heavier weight than the base weight that this thing comes with. That that would allow us to use the full capacity of the spreader. Which we can only fill to about 60% capacity. Because any more than that overbalances the tractors and sticks you on your back wheels. Okay. I think we're going to have to turn that way. Turned in time. Looks like I can. Yay. Try and do that on a quad track. Looks like I think our or city parade will be on the 17th of this month. Which means I might be able to get some photos of some old tractors. Oh God, there's a tree. Let's go that way. Oh, I missed the tree going back the other way. Into the rock, into the tree, and... all because I hate reversing these things. Okay, there we go. 44 Magnum, good evening, how you doing? We're doing well. Just planting our second field of soybeans. It's painfully annoying Star Cedar, which does have two things going for it. It can cultivate and it can fertilize, and it's small enough for this tractor to haul. Well, I did take an early night yesterday. I think I was in bed by about 9 o'clock. Took me 5 hours to get to sleep, but I was in bed by 9 o'clock. I mean, sometimes you just have to think about yourself rather than everybody else. Going to run across the bottom here, which will help with the trees. And turn around and run back. Ooh. Some grass on the pavement. That's not pavement. That's a dirt track. But, there's some grass on it. How are you getting on? Which one's that? Oh, behind the barn. Okay. The cow barn. And then number 4. Looks like I'm going to need to do this bit as well along the edge. These rocks are a little annoying. Watching a blog by Farmer's Wife, or vlog by a Farmer's Wife. And a couple of months ago they were out feeding the cows and they were running their tractor with a front loader and pallet forks to take the hay bales out to the cows. But he was doing a lot of other stuff with the with the pallet forks, including carrying one of the big round metal rings that you put hay in. He wanted to move that, so he chained that up to the forks to take that into a field. Then he went and got a bale, and so obviously didn't switch the attachment, since he already had at least something that would stab bales, proving that sometimes the farmer will just use whatever's attached to the tractor, and if it happens to be a pallet fork and you're picking up bales, he's not going to worry too much about it. And then he did another job with the pallet forks as well, which they weren't particularly designed for, but hey, it worked. This week they were moving 90 bales of hay off the fields, and he actually had a proper bale fork to load the trailer up with. Okay, I think it's time to go round the circle. He also had a 3-point fork on the back of the tractor, so that he took the truck out, parked it in the middle of the field. He'd back up to a bale and spike it on the fork on the back on the 3-point linkage and lift that up, and then he'd turn about, stab another fork with the front loader attachment, so he could take 2 bales back to the truck and then loaded them up with the front loader, because obviously you don't get the elevation on the fork on the 3-point. So that's a little bit different from the attachments I saw being used in Ohio last time we were there. Oops. I think the only thing I've got in this playthrough is the in-game stuff. But I've said this before, so baling. They were using a single one of those, so rather than this is a 2-bale pickup for a 3-point attachment, they just had the 2 prongs, and he had 2 tiny old tractors that were driving out to the field, grabbing a bale each, bringing them back to the yard, dropping them off, and driving back to the field. The field was adjacent to the yard, but it wasn't. Yeah, they had to drive down a very short dirt path. There were 2 of them just picking up the bales with these 3-point lifters, and then taking them back to the yard. But this guy, on the video I was watching, actually had a spike rather than a couple of lifters. Let's just drive round and round and round until we line it up right. Okay. And the guys in Ohio, once they had the bales all back in the yard, they used one of the style round bale wrappers to wrap them all. They didn't have to move them far after wrapping. No, don't worry. You go. So, I've been paying attention. I'm not sure how much seed we're going to need to do the rest of this field, but I'm guessing there's not enough in the tank. To finish it off. I'm not even sure there's enough in the tank to get back to the yard. We will find out. Okay, we're going to get back up to the top of the field. We're just not going to make it over the entire field. Ooh. I think 15 will get us to the top. That bulge to the right of us, that's going to take a couple of passes to do. Going to be close. 4, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, well, 3 is certainly not enough to do the rest of the field. Now, is this the seed? I think it might be. I have no idea which bag I'm pulling the seed out of. So they're probably all half full. Yes, I believe we do have the real dirt mod, which I believe is having problems. It has problems with some of the mod tractors, that much I'm aware of. I was watching Clutch. He's doing a John Deere farm on County Line, and sort of one set of back tyres doesn't get dirty on those tractors. Okay. Now this Valtra is a mod tractor. In fact, the pack is a mod pack. Formerly on FS UK, which has now gone away. I believe they're FS Nation now. But they released the full set of Valtras, supposedly using factory paint colours and the full range of engine and tyre options for each. So while we're driving around Valtra A's on this farm, we have 130 horsepower in both of them. I think the in-game one stops at 100, maybe 110. The Valtra N has some smaller engine options than the in-game version. I think the Valtra T also has some extra engines. It has some smaller option engines and some extra engines in the mid-range, which give you more what would you call it, cost-effective approach. Yeah, we can look at get the Valtra T. So the Valtra T, that one there, starts at 175 for 210 horsepower and goes all the way up to 250 for 195. You've only got the 2 engine options. Let's go to the that's the mod version. So this one starts with 170 horsepower and only costs you 125. So medium tractor, 125,000, that's not bad. You can go up to 180, 190, 210, 230, 250, 271. 271? I don't think the original had the 271, did it? That's 210 and 250. So it has smaller engine options and larger engine options. This one has the Lizard colour book. This one has the official Valtra colours, which are white, red, orange, yellow, blue, green, black and silver, and you can get them in base or metallic. So you can get sort of a silver, looks more grey, or almost that I like that colour. It's a really nice colour. But you can get standard base red or a shiny metallic red. I like the pack. It gave me more options with Valtra tractors. This is the farm I decided to use them on, because I couldn't justify 2 Valtra N's at the price they were, but a couple of Valtra A's with oversized engines was a big deal. So should I unload this or leave it? I'm going to leave it loaded. Got that door open. I'll jump in the cab so I can see what I'm doing. Go that way. Okay. To our left somewhere there is a spreader, which we're going to have to fill up with fertilizer later. Oh, we didn't go close enough to the wall yet. There we go. No, we don't lower it, we just don't attach it. So yes, Seasons is still bugged with the snow. I'm playing Seasons on Old Stream Farm, which, while it's not Seasons prepared, doesn't have any assets on it that causes Seasons to get unhappy with you. So that's kind of a good thing. Do need to TED one of these fields, so I'm going to grab the TEDer first. But yes, Seasons has a